Hi there, I've come back again. So I had lots of cards left over, like paper card left over from this card, which you'll see on the previous video to this. So I thought I would just come on and do a little like pocket type card. So what it was, I had a piece from that card and it measured 6 by 12. So this piece measures, because I cut a bit off, it now measures at, I don't have a grid on the table, so we'll use this trimmer just to give you the measurements if you're interested. So it's now measuring at 9 by 6, and I scored it at, what did I score it at here? Let me see. So that score is at 3. So 3, and then turn it round and score it at 3 again on the opposite side. Okay, so you've got 3 equal pieces. So what to do next is, and then I'm needing a new trimmer. Some fuzzy bits. So what I then did was I folded that over. I was fiddling about with it and I was thinking, what could I make? So I then folded this corner, so on the third panel, so folded the 2 outside panels in basically, and I folded this one down, so I folded this one down diagonally. Okay, so from that top right hand corner down to the left over, just so it becomes square on, you know, it comes straight there, and you've got your diagonal fold there. Okay, and then on the other side I did exactly the same. It's not quite flush with the edge, but it's more or less. And then I got that when I put it back over. So what I thought, I'd make a small sort of tuck card. This is just my own idea. I mean, it might have been done before, I don't know. So what I thought, I'd glue this piece down just round the edges, and I'd probably glue this bit down as well. So let's just do that. So we'll glue this bit flat, and first, okay, just so that that gives a contrast bit of paper there. Now, still haven't found the bone folder, but I'll get there. So just folding that flat, and because I want to put a tag in here for the message, I just want to glue round these edges, the 3 edges. I don't want to glue this piece down. So I'm going to glue this down along there and up to that diagonal fold, and that's it. And then press it back across, and that will give me my pocket. Just give that a minute to take hold. Okay, and I'm not going to do that side because this is going to be the card. This is going to open and it will stand up like that. But I'm going to have a design in a piece of card in there, not a design. So that piece of paper, pieces of card were 3 by 6. So I want to cut myself a piece that's going to fit inside. So it can't be 3 by 6. It has to be an increment slightly shorter of that. So if I do it at 2 3/4 by 5 3/4, that should, or let me see, I want it to pop out a bit, so I could do it by 6 actually. Let's try it by 6 first and see if what it does. So I want this piece to go in, so I'll probably still need to cut it down a bit more. So let's do it to 3 and, what did I say? What did I do it at? 3 3/4. Let's do it at 2 1/2 actually, not 3 3/4. so 2.5, because we want it to actually fit inside this pocket. So that's better. It does fit in eventually. Let's see, we'll go in. I'm sure. Perhaps another little slither off. So another little, just a little, so it's just a 1/8 short of 2.5. And then I think I'll just do a 2/8 short of 6 and see what we can do. Let's see if this is going to work. So, because obviously I've glued round there, there's going to be an extra bit that leaves a smaller space inside. So let's just see. Come on, in you go. Yeah. So I don't want that to be that high. I want to probably have it to about here. So I'm just going to put my nail there. And I'm just going to cut where I did that nail mark. So it's measuring at just 2/8 below 5. Okay. So that should fit in there now, snugly. Okay, like that. Yeah, that's nice. So that when it's shut like that, when you first see it, it's nice and there's something white there just to, yeah, for a message. So I'm going to now fold this piece down. So I'm now going to take this back out. Okay, and I'm going to glue this piece down. So, okay, like that. So that when it is closed, before the person opens it, the recipient opens it, it is nice. It's got a nice fold to open, and then they open it and they've got this piece inside with the message. I'm going to just cut it a wee bit more. I feel it's still too tight there. So I'm going to take another 1/8 off the bottom, and I'm going to take another little bit of 1/8 off. Do the other side this time. So we'll take it to, so it's now just before 2.25. Okay. It's so small you can hardly see it, and that should fit in a bit better. It's a bit better. It's not so hard to get in and out. That's better. And that will go like that. And then what I want to do is put a little tab top on the top so that you can pull it out. So I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm thinking I'm just going to square here. I'm just going to fold that. Well, not fold it. I'm going to score, get rid of that one if it comes out. Yeah. So I'm just going to do 1 inch. Cut it to 1 inch, and then I'm going to score it at, what will that be for scoring it? Will be, what size is this? 3. Probably don't need to have it at 3. Let's cut it to 2, and then we can score it at 1 inch. Okay, and that will give us a re-tab. So, okay. And then just fold that slightly, not quite there. Go. And then I'm just going to pop that on the top there, and that'll be the little tab for pulling that out. So let's just put a little bit of glue on the edge here, like that, and a little bit on the edge here. And let's just pop that as in the middle as possible. that down there. Sure that's secure. I could have pushed it further down, but I didn't. And then that will go in there, and you can easily pull that out with this, like that. So let's put a nice message on it now. So let's see what we can do. So I've got these flamingo stamps, which I got ages ago from Concord and 9th. So I'm just going to put this underneath because I don't want to get any ink. So put that to the side. I don't want to get any ink on my mat underneath. So I think this is probably I might do it another couple of fun folds, and then after that I'm going back to Gummy Pan, I think, or something else, might go to Lavinia. So I've got this nice flamingo, which I thought I could pop on. So let's get a block. So I'm going to use Versa Clair Charming Pink. Like that. I'm just going to pop this at the top here. There we go. Then we need to get, just bring that blocks over so I don't stretch. Then we need to get, there's various legs on this. There's various things on this, you can see. There's various legs, you can have straight legs, bent legs. There's various bits and pieces on it. That's where I got the flowers for the last video. So there's various bits. So I'm just going to use these legs. I'm going to do them in pine cone. I'm just going to have to come over the camera a bit. Hope these are in the right place. Oh, not too bad. And then I want to add the, let's just put that, oh, that goes on that one. These away. Right, I want to put the beak on now, so I'm going to go for this beak here, and I'm going to use Summertime. Oh, I don't know if that's the right beak. No, that beak's going the wrong way. So yeah, I need to get the other beak, or whatever. Yeah, it's a beak. Must be this one here. So we're just gonna hover over there, hopefully get that in place. There we go. It's cool, isn't it? I think it's so cool. And they do have a little eye, which is tiny. So let me get a tiny wee block for this, and I'm going to do that in the Versa Fine, so it's a tiny, just eyeball there. It's rather cute, isn't it? I think it is. So keeping these all kind of so we don't disappear. And then let me see, what else could we pop on? It has got another wing. That's not the right one. It must be this one to put on top. So I could just do this in the orange, the Summertime, just kind of on top like that. I'm not sure you can see it that well, but anyway. And then we're going to just do what else are we going to do? I'm going to do some water, and I probably should have done the water first. So there's a wee bit kind of water. Need a bigger block for that. And I'm just going to do that in this grey Morning Mist, colour. So just pop that on there. I could probably do a few more. Just underneath. Oh. Maybe one more there. There we go. And then I'm just going to put on some florals again. So I've got these different florals. These ones are slightly different. So I'm going to use orange again. And then I'm going to slightly turn this round. So I'm going to use the pink. Oh, if it'll come off. Charming pink. So it's just to rotate this slightly. So if I rotate it, you should get, she says, yeah, that kind of worked. Should get a bit off. Yeah, that's okay. So I've got that. Let's put this pink away. Put them in the drawer just now. Let me see, what else could we pop on? Let's just put this little swirly thing on. This is quite fun. Put that on as well, and I'm going to use, just trying to see the colours. There's just a wee bit of blue in that as well. So I could put this some Wind Warm Breeze on a wee bit as well. Just there. Overpower it too much, but it just says she overpowering it. Oh dear, that's fine. No, that's fine. And then I'm just going to put some wording on. So the wordings for these are, you are a Flamazing, no, wishing you a Flamazing birthday. That's quite nice. Let's have that, see if I can do that. It's not going to fit on all at once, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut it. So I'm going to do wishing you. I know I shouldn't cut them, but sometimes you have to do that. Just, and it is my stamp, so I can do that if I want to. So wishing you. I'm going to try and do this as a winner, so we can just get the, so it's a bit squint there, right, and wishing you a Flamazing birthday. I'll do it like that. So let's get this the right way round. Hope you can see, because better, you can see. You couldn't see before I was out of camera shot again. I'm doing that quite a bit because it's just a new setup for my table. My desk's slightly different, and so just put that there, and then birthday is going to go that bit at the bottom, just under, directly underneath that. So let's make sure that's straight-ish. So that should be it. So we're going to do that in the orange. Okay. So when they open that bit up, they will see that inside. So that's quite good, apart from that sticky mark there. So that can go in there, and that's fine. And then on the front, what I want to do is another bit of stamping. So we need a little bit of a square. So we're going to cut it to roughly here. So get rid of these just now. I can get my trimmer out as well. And so that's like, what's that, 2 3/4. That's okay, 2 3/4 roughly, yes. So let's put that away, and I'm just going to pop this onto the front, and then you could put something for a message, but you've got that message card there, and then you can write your whatever you want on the back. So that's quite nice for a change. So I'm just going to do some more stamping with some of these colours that I've got. So I've got this nice flower again, which is nice. I'm just going to do a couple of bits here. Oh, stamp properly. And then I'm going to use the orange one again, which is Summertime, and twist it round so that it goes in the middle of these, like that. Go, and then there we go. That's quite nice. I mean, I probably could put another one on as well there. And then this one. Oh, I need to get in between these. Can't see properly there. That's better. There we go. And then I think I'll just put on the front. Let's see what we've got. Have a fabulous day. That's a good one to put on. So is it this one? Let's see. Yes. Another block here. Try and keep it straight. I'm going to go in with the pink again. I'm just going to pop that straight in the centre. Like that. And there are some leaves, so let's just pop a few leaves in. So there is this lovely wee leaf here, which I like. Just pop that there, put them away in a minute. And I'm going to just bring in some of the verdant for that. Okay, just want to put that in between there, like that. That just gives it another wee bit of interest. Let's do this one. Just going up to the petal. That's it. Just going up to the petal, not going over it. Oh, missed. Same there. That's it. That's nice. So I'm just going to get rid of that, and I'm going to glue this on. I mean, as I say, this bit could go in here as well, which might be quite nice, but I'm just going to pop it in here, and then, oh, we'll be done. I think, unless I do an extra bit for the inside. So I could do a bit for the inside as well, or I could do a bit for in here. So let's just see, we're going to cut this piece as well. So we've got just an extra greeting for inside as well, and that will finish it off. So I'm going to get my trimmer back out. So we're going to trim this to, where's that notch? So that's 3 by 2 3/4 roughly. So we're going to just pop that in, and that's also another space to write some other bits and pieces on if you fancied doing that. So that's just going to go inside there. Make sure it's just behind that score line, and probably probably enough space there, like that. So, and then when the recipient gets it, they can then just have it like that on their mantelpiece, and you've got the wee greeting inside, and you can write on the back. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and do let me know your thoughts as always. Thanks so much for watching. I'm just actually going to do a wee bit of green leaf in here, just so it's not looking boring. And that will be me done. So thanks so much. Let me know your thoughts, let me know if you'll do this, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.